Hi guys, it's me again. It's Friday, it's the 15th of January, and today I really wanted to make another video because something's been happening with my LGBT as of late, and it's a subject I really want to talk about. It's about coming out and staying out. So here we go. So don't worry, you're not going to get my coming out story again, but this is what I want to talk about, is the aftermath of coming out. It's just like staying out, because there are a lot of incidences within the community where people have come out and struggled with, you know, the gay hatred or the experiences with how different it is, that they've just gone simply back into the closet and developed a heterosexual life for themselves without, and all along still being gay, you know, like kind of like in, is it American Beauty? Like that. So anyway, so there's two kinds of coming out mainly. There's the good coming out, where you come out and everyone's like, hey, it's okay, we all knew you were gay anyway. And then there's the second one where there's nothing but ignorance and homophobia and small-mindedness and bigotry. I had an in-between one, like a 1.5, where my mum didn't hate me for it, but she didn't exactly scream it from the rafters that she was proud that I was gay anyway. She came round to the idea. It's all about time anyway. Gay shame is very, very common. It takes a while for people to come out the closet anyway. I mean, it's not a really common thing when you're so young and trying to come out anyway. It's easier when you're older and you're gay, but that's not what I'm going to talk about later. So, I came out when I was 16, as most of you know. When I came out, it was weird. At first, I had all my friends like, oh, it's so cool, you know, what do they do, you know, sex-wise, and kind of stuff like that. And then of course you've got the assholes that are just, you know, think it's a sin and blah blah blah. But then you've got to start thinking about yourself, and what I found when I was alone is that you started thinking about things like the future, like, oh, you know, I'm disappointed, I wanted to give my parents a normal family, you know, I wanted to be normal, because in some way gay relationships are always subpar to straight relationships. Now, I'm not going for the sympathy vote here, it's just a natural social fact. Within the gay community, though, because it's expanding so much, it doesn't really matter that much more anymore. But in the eyes of the media, especially, and, you know, when there are two gay partners, when there's a gay partnership and one dies, it is completely different to when a straight couple and one of them dies. It is completely different. But I don't want to talk about that because that's not the point of the video. What I'm talking about is how you feel within yourself. Now, when I first came out, I felt like I'd let down my parents. Only a little bit, not more so as most people in my LGBT said, because I'd emotionally detached myself from my parents at that point because I was an angsty little prick as a child. With quite reason, I'd say, anyway. So, you feel like you've let down your parents, you feel sorry for yourself because you've not, you know, you can't live this normal life anymore. And it's normal, you just want to run straight back in that closet, and it'd be so much easier to get boys because it's like this massive thing. It's like, hang on, where are all the gay people? How do gay people dress? What do gay people do? Where do they hang out? It's a massive community that you've got to start getting into, and it is quite scary, but it gets easier. I still have, back at home, I have a group of straight female friends. And that's fine for me, but growing up, that was very, very confusing. Like, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know where to find these gay people. But there's more gay people around than you think, it's just that a lot of gay people don't like to shout it about. but you need to hang in there. You know, even if you've grown up in a town or even with just a family that are very, very small-minded and don't think it's the right thing, keep in there because it is the most beautiful thing in the world, our community. The LGBT community has the widest variety of people ever, from all different backgrounds, you know, farmers, teachers, dentists, motorsports, we've got celebrities, we've got dancers. Anyone can be gay and still have a successful, normal life. John Barrowman being one of them, Ricky Martin, I don't know why I'm only naming gay men, Ellen DeGeneres, loads and loads and loads of people. So, it is possible. I think in this day and age it is easier to stay out, but for most people, growing up in homophobic families as well, it's not easy. So my advice to you people is to get yourself to your nearest LGBT. Now, I'm not saying going to that will fix everything, because some people, like our LGBT last year, suffered from it being very, very cliquey and not fun, and it was just a meat market for people to, you know, people to go there, say, hey, I'm gay, and most of the time current members would fuck them and then just leave, and it'd just be awkward. And that's what some LGBTs are. But there are some amazing LGBTs out there doing amazing stuff for people. Like, there's some LGBTs that engage in counselling and talk through therapies and stuff like that, whereas there's LGBTs like my LGBT, you clan, I love you so much, that, you know, we go out, we do different stuff, we go to the cinema, we go bowling, we go drinking. It is a group of friends, and I think as you're coming out, this is the thing you need to know, because growing up in a homophobic family, you're not allowed to talk about it. I was never allowed to talk about it anymore, but now I am, as an adult, which I fucking love. But growing up in a family, you're not allowed to talk about it. So get yourself some gay friends. Now, it sounds stupid, but it helps to be around people that feel the same way you do about, you know, same-sex relationships and that. It helps so much to make you feel normal. I mean, we have such a beautiful community and a beautiful culture. The LGBT is a culture in itself. We have books, films, festivals, music, art. It's amazing and it's beautiful, and you need to embrace it and immerse yourself in that as much as possible. So that's what you need to do. Find gay people and immerse yourself, because that's the only way it's going to help. For you to accept who you are, and you need to accept who you are first before you can even ever think about getting in a gay relationship. So, whether you're tall, small, big busted, big arsed, whether you're black, whether you're Spanish, Mediterranean, Asian, white, whatever you are, whether you have short hair, long hair, you mince when you walk, or you walk like a boy when you're a girl, it's fine. Brown hair, blonde hair, gingers included. Anyone, ever, if you're gay, you need to embrace life, love life, and most importantly, live it, people, because to be able to walk down the street and ignore everyone else and be like, I'm fine with standing out from the crowd and making a difference, then that is the most beautiful fucking thing in the world. And I think that you need to stick with it and talk to people, okay?